What is up, everybody? Welcome back to another video. And guys, if you haven't subscribed to the channel, make sure to hit the subscribe button. Guys, I'm recommending you. I'm like literally the last LittleBigPlanet YouTuber that actually talks in the videos, does commentaries, does reviews on stuff, and just completely like does better stuff than anyone else that's on YouTube related to LittleBigPlanet. Like literally, I do the most that I can. This isn't a full-time job. I don't spend like 60 hours, maybe 100 hours on my videos editing because I don't have the time. But I do recommend staying around to the channel. You don't have to subscribe. Like I said, I said this in my previous videos already. You don't have to subscribe to this channel because YouTube right now, I don't know what's going on with it. But if you try to subscribe to my channel and then you want to see my uploads, some of you guys aren't going to be able to see my uploads just because YouTube, I don't know, it doesn't send notifications anymore. But you guys can always just come back to my channel, type in A, and then I'll have a video uploaded every other day, probably every day. I don't know. So I recently got a DM from someone that I actually know. Personally, sometimes when I get messages like this from randoms and then people that I actually do know, I tend to actually be skeptical about the information that I receive just because I don't want to sound like an idiot on YouTube talking about something that's like fake. I did a video like 6 months ago or 7 months ago, I don't know when exactly, but I do recall doing a video talking about LittleBigPlanet leaks and stuff like that, which was potentially fake. Some of the information there was actually true, but the rest was actually fake. So I'm not trying to look like an idiot, but like I promised you guys, I would do a video on any information, anything that I got from anyone out there talking about the next LittleBigPlanet and just in general on any LittleBigPlanet news. So I'm not going to share any screenshots, any information of the person that actually sent me this. The person said this: I got some LittleBigPlanet material for your video. In the latest LittleBigPlanet update, there exist references to non-existent DLC, specifically Mickey Mouse and Friends, the Winnie the Pooh and Friends. They may have DLC all made, ready to release, but they're holding it back because Sony doesn't want to spend extra money QA testing it. If that was actually real, if this is actually true what this guy is saying, we could possibly get new DLC. Maybe this is real, maybe this is fake, but just hearing that we're getting Winnie the Pooh costumes and Mickey Mouse, I know that's going to sell a lot, and I know there's a lot of kids out there, a lot of people that are actually big fans of those two, franchises. I honestly think that LittleBigPlanet would actually make some profit off of the DLC, unlike the other DLC like we had before. Some of the DLC that we actually got and received last year was not so great. And since Sony and LittleBigPlanet lost the licenses for Disney content on LittleBigPlanet 3 and LittleBigPlanet 2, LittleBigPlanet 1, it actually kind of shot LittleBigPlanet like on the chest. Like it really hurt LittleBigPlanet just for losing that license to own the costumes and to, make them available for everyone. And personally, I think that it actually killed off a little bit of their fans just because they did that and they didn't renew the license. And then also he sent me another message after that one saying, "You are free to talk about this." Mark Hall told Helston, I think that's how you say his name, the following information: "This might be useful. Nobody from Sumo has worked on LittleBigPlanet in 2 years." That's a long time. That is a long time if this is true. There may be another LittleBigPlanet in development. Sumo is unaware, which does not feature any of the developers from the previous games, none. I don't think that's real, but if it is, wow. They have more DLC for LittleBigPlanet internally that they want to release, but the issue is that Sony doesn't want to pay for QA to test the new content in create mode. So, honestly, I don't know if that's understandable or not, but if they do spend a little bit of money just testing the new DLC, licensing the new DLC, all that stuff that consumers don't really care about and don't even think about, that's what happens in the closed doors with companies. And, as consumers, we just buy the content. We don't really care. We're like, oh, I want that one, I want that hair, and we just buy it. A very small percentage statistically of the LittleBigPlanet players actually go into create mode. Now you have to actually think about it because honestly, like I've been playing LittleBigPlanet 3 since it came out. I was there LittleBigPlanet 2, I was there LittleBigPlanet 1. I saw all the players, the whole community go to shame on LittleBigPlanet 2, then LittleBigPlanet 3 came up. The same thing. And honestly, like, I think that's a very, very realistic picture that this person has actually told us about the percentage of the people going into great mode, because not a lot of people actually make levels these days. They complain about the game, they complain about issues with the game, and you gotta think about it too. A lot of people get profile corruptions, they lose everything in create mode, and they just give up on the game, they just move on. So I think that's actually a very, very realistic picture that this guy just said right there. That a very small percentage statistically of the LittleBigPlanet players actually go into great mode. A majority just play the game, which means no more DLC is warranted or updates. There are no more updates ever coming for LittleBigPlanet 3. And that's a very strong allegation that this guy's actually saying right there. Honestly, I think that there's going to be a few more updates until they kill off the game, or they just simply don't care about the game anymore. Actually, enough people play the game to warrant them keeping the servers up and paid for. Honestly, I think that there's a lot of people on LittleBigPlanet right now playing, creating. It's not like it used to be where we had 20,000 people on every single day creating new levels. The cool level section was filled with new creativity. Even though there's spam levels and whatever you want to call them, copy levels, they're just spammed. Those golden levels made it up to the cool level section and stayed there. They actually stayed there. They reached 75,000 I saw of the level that I remember still a tornado survival by this one guy. It lasted there for 4 days and it got up to 100,000 plays. People don't play anymore because they just left completely LittleBigPlanet 2. I have not heard about the level anymore. I should search it up and show it to you guys. Yeah, that's how it used to be back then. The developers LittleBigPlanet 3 has a bunch of content, fruits and vegetables from LittleBigPlanet game jam, entry levels and assists in their database of assists, but they're just keeping it all in. But that's just crazy, honestly. All this information that I got from this user, I believe in some of the stuff that this guy is saying, but the rest, I mean, it kind of makes me think about the game and the situation of the players leaving and all that. But let me know what you guys think about this video. If you have any opinions, if you have any thoughts about this, then make sure and comment below in the video. I actually do want to see what you guys think about this, and if you want me to make a video about anything that you heard or anything in particular, make sure to comment in the comment section, guys. I do make videos off of people's comments. I do videos off of people's questions as well. But if you liked the video, make sure to subscribe to the channel to see more like this. Like I said in the beginning of the video, I am the #1 LBP YouTuber out here making content for you guys, talking about situations like this, talking about information that you guys need to know if you're still up to date to the LittleBigPlanet community. Of course, I do talk in my videos. I don't just upload LittleBigPlanet content straight up. I tend to do some of that, but I do commentaries as well, and I talk about situations that's happening in the LittleBigPlanet community. But my name's Zay, and I'll see you guys next time. Peace.